So guys, welcome back to another video. If you have seen the video when I test drove a new generation 9.5 diesel, my only video of that actually until now, I said this. But yeah, this is very nice. I am definitely looking to buy one of these in the future, that's for sure. And well, it has gotten to that point. I will tell you that much. Let me turn you around here, so show you what I've just gotten. There you go. This is my car. This is probably the cheapest new generation 9.5 in Norway. Price is a subjective matter, but I paid for this car. I paid 69,000 Norwegian kroner for this car, and that equates to, well, in today's conversion rate, around $6,900, around that US dollars. That said, of course, prices change and you know all of that. But this is by no means a perfect car, by no means. But it was a cheaper one, and it's actually pretty cool in many ways. It's been tasked to replace this one, which is actually getting sold today. It's sold really quickly, actually. And yeah, there are a lot of good stuff with the car, but there is, of course, a couple of touch-ups that I will also show in this video. That's why it was the cheapest. So that much. I know there has been one cheaper not too long ago, but that was a part of a sale by someone who passed away, and probably the people posting the car online didn't know what the price actually were, how much they were worth. So that was posted for 49,000 Norwegian kroner. Which, yes, if you convert that correctly, it's $4,900, which is really good for a new generation 9.5, especially in Norway. I know these are actually holding their value really, really nicely. So this is now my car. It's a Glacier Silver 9.5. It is a 2-liter diesel manual, and that was actually the one I wanted because I've been very satisfied with the consumption with that thing. The engine is actually pretty decent, and this is just, I don't know, it improves all the factors that this has. I will tell you that much. If you like the engine of the 9.3, you'll probably like the engine of this even better. So this one I traveled 500 kilometers one way to get yesterday, actually. We used the whole day to get it, but I will say it was worth it. But of course, I will touch on some part of this car that is not so good, and yeah, that's pretty much how it is when you buy a cheap car. I'm gonna touch on one thing, which is a very sensitive subject. I don't know, by some people. By me, I feel is one of the most important parts of the car, and that is what the car rolls on, the tires. This car, when it was sold, I was told it was good tires, and that means actually nothing, because I'm not blaming the seller or anything for this, but good tires in many people's eyes means that if the car had this kind of thread in the tires, that's considered good, nothing else. I will tell you that good tires are actually the ones that are on this car. This is winter tires. We are Norwegians, you know, we Vikings. There's, you see, it's ice over all over the place here. These are Goodyear Ultra Grip Arctic 2s. Probably the best studded winter tire you can probably get around. Well, I will subjectively, of course, but tested. These are actually turned out to be very good by a lot of independent testers. And they haven't actually, the only weak spot with them are that they are a bit noisy, but they are a studded winter tire. You can't really get away from that. So these are really good winter tires, very good. This car, on the other hand, has a company name that I do know of, because I know how bad they are. This is a made in China, literally says right on the tire there. Chinese or Chinesium, or what you call it, winter tires. And I tell you, this is these are a piece of garbage. These are stone hard, rock hard. I don't know what this is. Manufacturing date 2018. These are rock hard tires. Rock hard. And winter tires are not supposed to be rock hard. And that's exactly the point. This tires has been tested in Norway on Norwegian conditions, and they scored so badly that they said that even summer tires will be almost better than these. Almost. They didn't give them any plus points, only negatives. They were so bad. And I can tell this much, they are noisy. They don't have no driving feel. And I don't know, they are simply very bad. Very bad. So those are going to be replaced. Also, if you didn't notice, I probably didn't show you this. Look at the dimension of the tire. 225, 45, 17. If you know anything about the new generation 9-5, that's the wrong size. These are supposed to be one step higher. These are supposed to be 225, 50 17ths. And probably done like this to save cost. Also, here are the summer tires that came with the car, by a name I've heard of, Landsail. No, I'm not trusting Landsail either. They're kind of yeah, I know what they are, but not really good company, you know. These are actually also the wrong size. These are 225. Oh, okay, hold on. These are 225 45 17ths, and there is a set of Falcons here. These are Falcons, and those are 215 50s. So I don't know what happened there. Somebody pulled a cheap straw and bought absolute garbage tires, and also brought the wrong size. Well, the Falcons are good. Falcons are really good tires. Not so sure about these Landsails though. They're at least mounted the correct way, so that's good. So that's one. But those are the front tires. Yeah, the story continues with these Laufen tires. I fit ice. Yeah, I doubt that. Because one thing, the tires are actually rotating the wrong direction. Actually, it doesn't say. Oh, there you go. Rotation. That way. Interesting. That's if you go in reverse, these are really good, apparently. But if you come really close. Uh-oh. Yeah. These are bad. Also, what was really bad when I picked this car up, I drove it, it felt really weird to drive. I totally thought that these tires were so bad that it was like driving on concrete blocks. But no, that was not the case. That tire had 4.5 bar of pressure in it. That had 5.5. It's amazing that the tires didn't explode on the way. That had 4.5, and the other one has 3.5. And now I've deflated them to proper pressure, and it drives way better. I'll tell you that much. From distance, I mean, it's fine, you know. When you would come close and look at stuff, like, oh, there's some slight rust here. There's some bubbling starting here, and of course the stone chips around the wheel arch. But this is not dangerous yet. The doors have seemed to be actually really good. No visible rust. There's a little spot down there. There's some dings on the door here. Of course, it's an older car. Just wait to see the kilometers in this car. Typical spots on the roofline here, along the windshield. These are definitely, thankfully, not gone through and down where the windshield seats, so they can still be repaired with the windshield in place. Seems like it has some. Oh, this is asphalt, and seems like it's been painted here before, so probably been fixed at some point. On that, there are some scuffs on the bumper. It's missing that thing. That probably happened with these scrapes. It has the ice block headlights though, so that's good. A little ding there, and see if all the stone chips here. Yeah, it's been driven in the northern Norway pretty much its whole life. So it's been done on roads that have not been salted. So yeah. yeah, other than that, of course, there's some chips on the roof, like that. I'm suspecting if it's only the roof, I'm gonna probably take this roof and rub the whole thing down and paint the whole roof. Get that painted through someone, or do it myself. Let's see. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. Opening up the car, just looking at it. Nice boot, has also the cargo system thingies. Does not have the 6x9s in a partial shelf that many of these models have, or the carbon carton system has. But the audio system actually sounds pretty decent. But I mean, if you want to boost this audio, you can probably install some 6x9 subs back here and yeah, get even more kicks. What is this? Oh, cigarette lighter output. There you go. It has a spare, some tools. I don't know. Actually, not too bad in here. It needs to clean, but that's pretty much it. These pockets doesn't stay in place that well, but that's how it is. A little rust here. That's probably the worst part of this. But it's thankfully it looks like a ding from the outside. That means it's not coming from the inside and going out. Also here, you can see this car needs some attention. But it was, as I said, cheap. In Norway, these are pretty hard to come by in a good condition and good price. So this was pretty much the, I don't know. I call this the, you know, you have to give some and lose some, you know. There you go. Thing is with these cars that what I was surprised about was got some junk in the seat here. I have to get out, but I'm having the seat in my seating position. That's 6 foot. I have plenty of legroom and also plenty of headroom actually. This is pretty good here actually, not too bad. Has ventilation in the rear, so that's nice. Has nothing here to be. It has a pocket. Has the said ventilation. Reading lamps. I mean, everything in here works. There's nothing wrong with the car. Interior wise. See, doors, yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it's a clean, but not too bad. And look at the kilometers. Yeah, that's probably why this car has so many stone chips. Have you ever seen a new generation 9-5 done over 300,000 kilometers? I don't know, I probably bought the highest kilometer and cheapest 9-5 new generation in Norway. But it has some pretty cool features. For example, it has the colored instruments. Also has the touchscreen navigation, which is very uncommon apparently to find a car with that kind of a spec. But it does not have the Harman Kardon audio system. I'm wondering where, because I looked at the VIN on this car. And Speedpart's VIN token said that this car had 9 speakers. And I don't know where all the 9 speakers are. Because there are 2 in each door in the front, that's 4. There's 1 single on the dash, that's 5. And there is 1 in each door rear, which is 7. Where are the last 2? I don't know. I have no idea where the last 2 are. There were no tweeters in the rear doors, nothing like that. So yeah, I don't know, but manual transmission, shifter feels really tight and nice and good and stuff like that. Has a full service history. It has done a lot of the repairs through the years. It has actually got a new head. Yeah, a new complete head assembly due to a timing belt failure, which took out the head, and the easiest or the cheapest solution was actually to replace the head instead of dropping the valves and stuff like that, fixing the head. So it's cheaper to repair the head or replace the head. 3 years later, the same belt failed again, and then they had to fix some rocker arms. They had to fix I believe they had to replace the exhaust cam, and a bit of all miscellaneous stuff. So and that was done in 2020, so 3 years ago, or late 2020. So this means if that was done correctly, this in theory should last. Or these cars has a service interval on the timing belt for, what was it, 10 years and 150,000 kilometers, something like that. I don't know. But that one runs really nicely. Except here's another issue with this car. This engine runs fine when you're driving it slowly and on a straight line. But if you want to floor it and get it uphill, probably won't get uphill. It is very weak, no power. The turbo needle goes to above this point and stays there. And if you floor it and get a very high RPM, you can see the needle start to increase, and then the car goes into limp mode. So I don't know what that could be. It could be a dirty EGR. It could be a turbo boost issue. It could be, I don't know. It could probably be a boost line or a boost leak. I know, that's why I have the car in the garage today, also to get that ready for sale, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it's actually been nice. It's been nice driving it, no issues to be... Actually, it's been very solid in that line. It needs to fix there's a tray underneath, a plastic tray underneath the bumper that has to be fastened because it's going like this. Or actually like this, so it's scraping on the ground pretty much all the time. So I have to fasten that up. Also has, I don't know, buttons, has the hard drive in here. It has climate control. I don't know if the AC works. You cannot use the AC here when it's so cold. But I don't know, probably works. I don't know. Haven't tested it as I said. Button wise, the radio buttons are pretty much perfect except for this, which is starting to chip there. Other than that, nothing. It has this adapter here to run digital radio through the FM antenna, because this car does not have digital radio. Seems like probably only needs a little clean. Yeah, it's only dirty. This is starting to chip. Traction control off, parking assist off or on. The center console thingy, everything works, and yeah, I don't know, looks nice. It has the fog lights and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's actually very nice. It's actually very nice, super nice to sit in, nice to drive. Color is starting to follow me. It's pretty decent. You can hold some buttons here. I can turn on lights. Oh, probably not. I don't know. It worked before. I don't know. You can open the boot, and that has actually the electronic opening, so it actually unlatches the boot. So that's nice. I don't know if you have to have the headlights set to auto. There you go. To make it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Basically, the headlights have to be on. So that's the front lights. Also, these are the ice blocks. Needs a good polish, but yeah. And a complete light bar that is functioning. I want to do that mod when you install the reverse light on that side as well. Yeah, looks nice. Also, I wonder, because the indicators on this car uses this bar here for indication, and on American cars, I believe they use this whole part here as indicators. Does it have the bulbs for it? I don't know, maybe it has, but they don't work. So yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. It's newer than this. by 2 years. This is 2009, but this one of course feels 10 years newer. Just because of how all the electronics are set up, all the function it has and stuff like that. It has some sensors and stuff in the windshield there. For one is a rain sensor, I know that much. And maybe it has something else, I don't know. You can get these things with side recognition and stuff like that. This car does not have that. But I've heard that that's a feature you can actually program in to cars that doesn't have it, or actually install the units needed and get it. It has front and rear backup sensors and stuff like that. The map on the navigation is outdated, of course, but there is I believe it is a 2021 map update for it. So I'm gonna consider doing that. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that Android Auto or Android head unit thingy on this, just because I don't know, it kind of removed the whole original factor from the car. The built-in stereo is just fine. Just needs some slight touch-ups here and there. But yeah, looks good. I haven't popped the hood yet. Nothing special to see under there. It's just a big, heavy diesel. Not really a big 2-liter. It's not really that big, but the engine itself is pretty big, like footprint-wise. Yeah. There you go. Nothing special. A big, huge airbox. Turbocharger is right there. It actually looks reasonably new. I don't know if they washed it. I don't know. It looks pretty new though. It does not have a sticker for a timing belt. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it does not have that. Wow, this engine is very, very similar to the 1.9, which is in the 9.3. Which I believe they're based on the same platform or something. I don't know. They are very similar though. I'm guessing the EGR is back here, like in the other. Yeah, these exhaust manifold is there, so the EGR is somewhere. I don't know. No, I don't know. Brake booster, I believe this is the same setup. It probably has a vacuum pump as well on the side, driven by the pulley. 100 amp hour battery. Wow, there's a big couple of fuses back here for something. I don't know if that's factory or what that's for. Why have they cut open the box here? Oh wow, this has been glued before. I'm guessing someone has broken it. Yeah, those are added. Yeah, I have to add later. Huh. Interesting. Don't know what they do, but they go that way. Yeah. New windshield 2019 or something like that. Head was done in 2017. Timing belt was done in 2020 after that, with all the other engine work. I don't know. I believe it has the oh wow, close open, that's why. Oh, H7 bulbs. Yeah, it looks like H7, which means installing LEDs instead, and this is going to be very difficult. This does not have the parking lights or marker lights, or what I want to call it, like the other American. I believe American models has a bulb up there. This doesn't have that. It has, of course, the strips here. The American, I believe, have the amber reflector thing in there and lighting. Indicators on this are clear, but with a orange accent in there, or is it orange film or orange? I don't know, a reflector or something like that. I believe you can do LEDs in the fogs though. I hope those are 8 bulbs or something like that, like it is on that thing, because I have bulbs for that. And this is a 2011, which means you can install LEDs without the car going crazy. So I'm gonna see if we can do that. I have to fix the cap on there. That's good. I don't know if you can see that. It's hangs a bit low there. Makes a great access for the fog lights though. So, but yeah, long video. I know, but there you go. I got myself the car I said I would get. Didn't take actually that long. It took way shorter time than I thought. But we did it. Did it. There we go. Next big money spend is not gonna be this car. Well, I have to fix it up, of course. There's a bad wheel bearing on it, so I've ordered that now. So that's getting here in a couple of days. So I'm gonna replace that. It seems like a pretty straightforward job. Next part to buy. I'm not gonna buy any more cars. That thing is getting sold. And that money is actually cashing back this car basically. And the next point to buy is actually a lift for the garage and some wheel and tire accessories, so I can actually replace wheel or tires myself and balance them myself, so I don't have to rely on others and pay expensive fees or expensive workshop fees to actually get them replaced. I have a lot of tires. I like to replacing them. I often replace tires, and I buy tires separately to get them delivered to my door. And in Norway, it's super expensive to actually, I don't know, a workshop in Norway. I believe if you're actually just putting on rubbers, that sounds weird, but if you're only putting on the rubbers on the rims, a whole set could cost you about $150 to $200, which to me is absolutely absurd because it does not take an hour to replace tires. But that's how it works. Happily, there's some money in there probably for equipment, like work and stuff like that. For maintenance of the equipment they use. But from what I get, I put almost no workshops who actually maintains their stuff. So they just replace the whole stuff, and that gets expensive. That's probably why it's so expensive. So I thought, how many tires could I replace, and actually the wheel balancer and the tire replacing machine actually be worth buying? And I've actually calculated that to be around 12 to 13 tire changes. And after that it will save me money. Of course the lift will help me work on my cars more easily and don't damage my back. I'm almost 30, and I would like to have my back a couple of more years. So a lift would probably not be a bad idea. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I don't know if this has any soft close something. I don't know, close hold. Nope. If I press unlock, no, nothing. Doesn't do anything. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it did. Okay, it took down the windows. Okay, so if I hold it. Ah, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Also says when it's done. That's nice. Probably more features. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. And stay tuned for more content on this car. I don't know if you're gonna make some repair stuff on this, but probably. There are not too many of these cars on YouTube, especially on the DIY part. So, but I'm gonna do DIY pretty much anything I can in this car because that's how I roll. And yeah, this is definitely not the last video you're gonna see of this car. And I hope you are just as excited as me to see another different Saab on this channel. I mean, what do I not have now? I have that. I've had that 9.3. I did not have the model before that, but I have the first generation 9.3. Two of them actually, a cab and a aero. I have the 900 that came before that again. I had That's one 9000 getting scrapped. I have my other 9000, which is home. I have my 9.5, the 2005. I've had my first gen 9.5. I had a 2001 model year. I have the classic 900. I have the 96 V4. I mean, there's a pretty good selection of cars in this channel now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will get to cleaning out that thing. I'm gonna also replace those wheels with the ones that are up there. These are pretty decent tires. You know, we spoke about tires. These are Nokian. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Nokian studless tires. Good tires, the 17-inch rims. I'm gonna put those on the car, and also gonna include the wheels that was included with this car when I purchased it, which were some 18-inch unknown brand tires and wheels. I don't know, not really good, but you know, that's how it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.